welcome back to my channel. It's your girl bbnaijalevelup. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Hey, people of God, premium tears everywhere. Level 1, tears. Level 2, tears. I mean, people that were supposed to be rejoicing they won wager. Big Brother decided to pour and sound inside their gari. How? Lover. Hey. Okay, you'll probably be wondering, isn't it, what happened? Big Brother pulled the biggest stunt of the season by sending Deji to level 2 and surprisingly sending Grovvy to level 1. Ha! Now that one shocked me. Phyna is crying. Oh, if you guys watch Big Brother Double Wahala, you see the way Alex was wailing the moment Leo was evicted. Yes, that's the way Phyna has been crying and crying. And oh, you think Phyna is the only one that cried? But no. Chi in level 1 has been crying. She covered herself with the duvet. Yes, guys. So what Big Brother actually did here is took Chi's husband, transfer him to level 2, took Phyna's husband, transfer him to level 1. But I'm gonna tell you what I think might happen come on Sunday, because there's going to be a surprise. But before then, let's go right into how the whole wager tax went. Of course, the level 2 housemates came and they conquered. I mean, I was really scared for them, especially when it comes to the debate thing. But this guy showed me that, when it comes to wager tax, now we be the baba. Yes, guys. So, yesterday, Big gave them outfits for the wager, Ankara outfit, beautiful Ankara outfits. What did the level 1 guys do? Flaunt Big Brother's rules. They were actually waiting for Big Brother to give them an order to go and wear the clothes. In fact, 20 minutes before the tax presentation, some of them were cooking, some were sleeping, some were cuddling. I'm like, share at the same tax these people and level 2 have. You see what happens when you become cocky and overconfident? This is exactly what happened. You fail and you fail woefully. So the level 2 housemates prepared. I mean, all week I saw how they were putting in work, with their 3D prototypes, building electricity and all that. And it paid off today. So 7 p.m. Nigerian time, the wager started. You see the level 1 housemates ascending or descending, from their stairs. And when they saw the level 2 housemates all dressed in their Ankara attire, they were like, oh my goodness. Hey, did Biggie ask us to dress like this? What happened? Like, when did Biggie give this instruction? And they were like, oh, they didn't know, blah, blah, blah. Then the first round started. Big Brother said, okay, it's time for you to present your prototypes, your 3D prototypes of your innovations, the Afrofuturism innovations. And of course, being the champions of last week, that is level 2, they were asked to pick who to start. They picked themselves, and Phyna was presenting. Kes came and introduced to us the Fireflies power plant, which is really innovative because we actually saw the power come on. Very, very impressive. His stories were a bit too long. He didn't stay with time and all that. He didn't just come and talk about the functionalities of his invention. But I mean, he actually gave a good presentation. The next person was Cheesy. Cheesy took me out. He presented us with the offer, the re-innovated offer, which if you put your hand and you lie, the red light will show. You put your hand and you say the truth, the white light will follow. And he used Grovvy to demonstrate it. Grovvy lied and the thing came red. And when Grovvy said the truth, it was white. And I mean, Cheesy killed it. The next person to present was Brian. He talked about the Ijoma, which is like a bracelet that kind of tells you where the earthquake will be. It has CBD markings on it and all that. Great presentation, even though he stuttered a bit. Then the next person, Daniela, she killed it. She had this solar repellent, which is good for preserving your melanin, especially for the Albanian people. Not Albanian people, sorry. People living with albinism. I hope I got that correctly. Yes, guys, he cited that his twin brother and his sister are albinos. Yes, guys. So it was really, really innovative. Then Amaka came. Her presentation, what she had to present was like a DNA or I think a DNA finder or something like that. But she didn't have the time because they had 15 minutes max, to present it. So they had to stop. Level 1 came. Of course, they presented so many things: a hat, a sword, a 3D thumbprint sword, a pyramid. Like nothing was functional. It was just like carbon paper they drew and cut out and they put there. There was nothing coming on, no demonstration, nothing. Thank God for Hermes and Adekunle. Adekunle used his thick voice to mesmerize us. Hermes gave us a whole lot of jargons, to be very honest. We didn't really see anything they were, doing. We didn't see all these inventions come to life. We only saw cardboard paper that have been painted. Yes, guys. And you could see that, with everything they presented, you could see the laziness that was inside, to be very, very honest. Even if it was level 2 that presented it, I'm going to say the same thing. Anyways, at the end of the whole presentation, Big Brother said for innovation and creativity and organization, they're going to be getting 50 points, and for time management, 10 points. At the end, level 2 got 40 points and level 1, I think 20 points. And Big Brother went ahead to tell them, how many days did you have, to do these inventions? And they said 5. And in 5 days, this is what you could come up with. Very, very underwhelming. Like, I'm like, okay, Big Brother is really taking his pound of flesh here. Because I remember last week when they presented rubbish, they came and said Big Brother was having pity on the level 2 housemate. Now, I wonder how they are going to have the mouth to say that. Then the next round was about the debate. I'm like, oh my goodness, my level 2 people are going to lose this thing. Because the level of speakers they brought, Famsavi, Grovvy, and Phyna, I'm like, oh my God. And people that, said for each point to be awarded for clarity, for points given, for your good use of your diction and your English language and all that. So it kickstarted. Doing did great. Then Grovvy surprised me. Seriously, Grovvy did great. Then Rachel came and was shouting, talking about gender, whatever, and everything. Remember, the level 1 house were saying that Africa should be taken away from our culture in order to promote innovation, while level 2 housemates were saying our culture should not be taken away from us while we want to, progress or in our innovations and all that. So when Phyna came on, I'm like, oh my goodness, I carry my heart for my hand like this because Phyna, we know she's gonna speak a little bit of pidgin, but people of God, she surprised me. Pidgin, this girl did not speak. She gave points. She talked about Afrobeat. She talked about, climate change. She talked about pollution. She talked about a whole lot of things. I'm like, Phyna, is this you? Like, this is one thing I love about Phyna. She actually rises up to the occasion, even when it's not her strongest, forte or things like that. Then, of course, Dotun came. Oh my goodness, Dotun flopped. Famsavi came, even though Famsavi came, attacking these people saying about orthodox medicine, saying that he's a pharmacist, but he really didn't make any point like that, Sha. At the end of the day, level 1 got 10 points and level 2 got 20 points, which with a total of 60 points, level 2 won. And Big Brother had harsh words for the level 1 house. Big Brother asked them, okay, why are you dressed like this? And they said they didn't know. And Big Brother was like, didn't I give you anything to wear? And then they said they were waiting for Big Brother's instruction. And Big Brother now asked level 2 housemate, did anybody tell you, to wear this? Or how did you know you have to wear this for the presentation? And they said wisdom. And of course, Big Brother, basically chastised the level 1. Like they lost. And they lost woefully. And Big Brother was like, okay, now we have an impending matter, Deji. I'm like, okay. Remember Big Brother gave Deji as a fake housemate a secret task, which is to tell his fellow housemate that he wants to move to the other level. Now Big Brother was like, okay, you've been complaining and Big Brother has heard your murmurings. What do you want? And he said he wants to move to the level 2. And Big Brother now said, okay, he should pack his bags, put in the storeroom, that further instructions will be given to him at the end of the night or before the end of the night. And, level 2 guys were really excited, to welcome Deji. And Big Brother was like, okay, one more thing, Grovvy. Everybody was like, oh my goodness. Because Big Brother said, oh, it's time for the levels to, everything has to be leveled. So one person from level 2 has to go to level 1. A lot of them thought Amaka, because it was Amaka that told Big Brother at some point that she wants to move to level 1. The next thing, Big Brother said, Grovvy. Level 2 has been no grow. They were like, Big Brother, we don't want. Big Brother, we don't want. Big Brother was like, Silence. Would you tell Big Brother? Were you telling Groovy to disobey Big Brother's rules? I'm like, oh my goodness. Groovy did not like this. His countenance changed. His face fell. Like, what is this? And Big Brother gave him the same instructions. Pack your bags. You'll be given, instructions later. Phyna not agree, cry. Phyna cried. Like, they had to like start. When your husband is about to travel, that kind of thing. Daniela came, Amaka came. In fact, the whole house came. At some point, what's his name? Groovy was like, "You people should stop." And oh my goodness, they are so sweet. I know I don't want to ship Groovy and Phyna, but the way Groovy was comforting her, I was like, you know what, Phyna, look at me. When we started, what did I tell you? To focus, no matter what. I don't want you to get into any trouble. Look at me, Phyna. This is not the end. I'm not leaving you. This is not. I'm like, oh my goodness, who is a Romeo to my Juliet? Oh, love, if is this how love is? Hey, overdose me, love they overdose me. Now people have got it was a lovely sight. I'm like, these people are gonna make me cry. I'm such a softie. I'm a lover of love. I can't help it. This is piercing my soul. People, I know I didn't want this ship, but I did not say you should come and scatter ship now. I said, okay, let me alternate to maybe level 1 to see maybe there will be less tears. People of God, Chichi was still crying. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? People, I'm done now. No, sorry. Don't do them like that again. Don't take them. Leave Deji for Chichi and leave Grovvy for Phyna. You don't do. How can my girls be crying like this now? Anyways, the good news here is you should not, by any means whatsoever, miss the eviction show on Sunday because we're going to be having a one house. Yes, we're going to be having a one house. So whatever you do, do not miss the eviction show on Sunday because a lot is going down. Yes, guys, I pity them, Sha. I mean, I pity LSY because now that Groovy has entered level 1, chomsy. Let's see how this is going to play out in the long run. Let's see how this is going to play out. But all in all, Big Brother, thank you for giving us like premium entertainment. I enjoyed this night. I was sad, I was happy, I was excited, all feelings in one. Like, Big Brother, thank you for evoking my emotions, if there's any, phrase like that. On that note, guys, thank you so very much for being part of my channel. If you've not already subscribed, you know what we do. Kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Till I come your way again, I remain your darling girl, Easy Neil Williams. Have yourself a beautiful, wonderful day ahead.